Hello, so for this time, we're going to discuss about the stress strain diagram. And we have here a problem. The following data were obtained during a tension test of an aluminum alloy, and the initial diameter of the test specimen was 0.505 inches, and the gauge length was 2 inches. So given that we have the data for our load, tsaka yung elongation natin, we are being asked here to plot for the stress strain diagram and determine the following mechanical properties. We have the proportional limit, the modulus of elasticity, the yield stress at 0.2% offset, yung ultimate stress, tsaka yung nominal rupture stress. So the first thing that we're going to do here is to define your diameter D. So based on our problem, this is equivalent to 0.505. After that, we're going to define our length based on our problem. Our length here is taken to be 2 inches. After that, we're going to determine our cross-sectional area. So considering that our cross-sectional area here is circular, so therefore our area is equivalent to pi d squared all over 4. Pi times d squared all over 4. After that, gagawa tayo ng table para mapadali yung calculation. So yung first na column, ito yung mga data natin for our load, which is being defined by the symbol P in pounds. So you just copy lang all of the data from the given. Next is yung elongation natin, which is being defined by our delta L. So this is in inches. So yung mga data ninyo, you just copy it. After that is yung strain natin. So the formula for our strain here is taken to be delta L all over L. So using our Excel here, this is now equivalent to this data, yung delta L divided by yung gauge length na L. Then ilock lang natin yung cell which contains the data for our gauge length. Then after that, drag nyo na lang. Yan. So after that, kamihan natin yung mga decimals. Yan. At least 4, no, is already enough. So next is yung solve naman natin yung mga stresses. So yung stress natin from your mechanics of deformable bodies is just equivalent to force all over your area. So this is now equivalent to force divided by our area. Then ilock lang natin yung cell which contains the data for our area. After that, just drag. Delete lang natin yung yung error dito. Yeah. So since you have now the data for your strain tsaka yung stress ninyo, you may now be able to plot the stress strain curve. So kumbaga yung strain ninyo, ito yung sa horizontal axis ninyo, tsaka yung stresses ninyo, ito naman yung sa vertical axis. So ito na ngayon yung graph ng stress strain na curve. Okay. Next is i-determine natin yung proportional limit. So ano ba yung proportional limit? How we may be able to estimate it sa stress strain curve? So, yung gagawin nyo lang, you just project, kung ano ba yung pinakalas na point na halos, straight line pa yung stress strain curve ninyo. And based from our observation here, itong point na to, ito yung pinaka last na point na halos straight pa yung stress strain curve natin. And if we're going to project the data label, ito yung data natin. Yung coordinates nito is 0.055, ito yung strain, tsaka yung stress nito is 57,914.2387. So itong stress na to, ito na ngayon yung ating proportional limit. So that's why yung answer dito for our proportional limit is 57,914.24. So after that, the next thing na masasolve natin dito is yung modulus of elasticity. So yung modulus of elasticity is taken to be the slope ng proportional limit ninyo, ng stress strain curve ninyo hanggang sa proportional limit. So to do that, 'di ba, yung slope natin by definition, we have our equation for your slope. So yung slope natin, 'di ba, is equivalent to, from your analytic geometry, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So in the same way, yung modulus of elasticity natin is equivalent to stress 2 minus stress 1 all over yung x natin is being represented by the strain, di ba? Strain 2 minus strain 1. So ano ba yung mga points na kinakailangan natin? So take note yung y2 tsaka x2, then we have y1 tsaka x1. So yung y2 kasi natin, ito yung proportional limit ninyo. Ito yung coordinates niya. Sa table pwede rin natin itong mahanap. Base sa table, ito yung 57,000. Yan. So ito yung niyo, x, ito naman yung y. So 0.055. Yan yung x. Tsaka yung y2. Ito naman. Tsaka yung pinaka first na point natin, ito yung pinakauna, yung 0, 0. So 0 tsaka 0. So from here, we're gonna be able to solve. So y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus yung x1. So we may be able to get a value here of mga 10,529,861.58. Yung unit nito is naka PSI. So para ma-solve nyo naman in KSI ito, divide nyo na lang to ng 1,000. Yan. So that's why we have here an answer na 10,529,861.58 PSI, or simply 10,529.86 in KSI, yung elastic modulus. After nyan, i-determine naman natin yung yield strength or yield point. So gamit tayo dito ng procedure na 0.2% offset. So yung gagawin lang is itong 0.2%, i-convert nyo muna to sa decimals. 0.2 divided by 100. So 0.002. Ito yung idadagdag nyo sa mga data nyo sa strain hanggang sa proportional limit. Yan. So after that, insert lang yung x natin is yung 0.2% na offset, tsaka yung y natin is yung stress pa rin. So yan na. So kung mag-insert tayo ng straight line from this point hanggang dito, the point of intersection between the straight line tsaka yung stress strain curve, yun yung location ng ating yield point. However, masyadong malapit yung mga points dito. So yung usual na ginagawa, yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, itong mga 9 na points lang to, pwede kayong gumawa ng another na chart with which 9 lang yung points. So to do that, count tayo 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 hanggang dyan. So gagawa tayo ng another na stress strain curve para ma-zoom out natin yung ating stress strain curve. Yan siya. Then after that, mag-add lang kayo ng data para sa 0.2% na offset, x tsaka yung y na data natin hanggang sa proportional limit. Yan. So pwede kayong mag-insert ng line from this point hanggang dito na point. Yan yung i-red, kapalan lang yung yung width. Yan. So the point of intersection between this straight line from our 0.2% na offset tsaka yung stress strain curve, kung mag-project tayo ng horizontal na line, green ko na lang. Yeah. So the point of intersection between the 0.2% na offset tsaka yung stress strain curve, if we're going to project a horizontal line papunta sa ating y-axis, yan na ngayon yung projected na yield point or yield strength ninyo. So I have created here a more accurate na stress strain curve. Yan. So again, yung approximate na location ng ating yield point or yield strength is in between 60,000 tsaka 70,000 PSI. So if I'm going to project here about mga 68,000, try lang natin. Medyo malayo pa siya, itong green na broken line. Try natin 69,000. So yeah. So from here, we may be able to approximate the location of your yield strength or yield point, which is about 69,000 PSI. Next naman is yung ultimate stress. So yung ultimate stress natin is being defined as the the maximum stress sa stress strain diagram ninyo. So based from our stress strain diagram, ito yung pinaka-highest na point natin. And yung coordinate ng point natin dito is 0.05 tsaka 73,890. So itong 73,890 na stress, ito na ngayon yung ating ultimate stress. Then yung pinaka-last naman is yung nominal rupture stress. So the nominal rupture stress is ito yung pinaka-last na stress na nagkaroon na ng fracture. So based from our tabulation ng ating calculation ng stresses natin, that is equivalent to 67,899.45 PSI. So that's it. So that's how you are going to plot your stress strain diagram and use the stress strain diagram para ma-determine yung mga mechanical properties ng specimen ninyo.